Well, hello, and it's Beasley the Wizard today, and I'm talking a little bit about how you deal with people who trigger you. Um, let's see. So, just to begin with, the T-shirt I'm wearing, it's "Beware I Bite." Okay, and my hat is Quicksilver, which is the it basically means messenger, being a messenger. You could look up Quicksilver and you can go into the detail of Mercury and what have you. Um, but I didn't want to get too much into that. I wanted to talk more about Beware I Bite. Now, some people will say basically it's your own issue to deal with when you've got somebody who triggers you. And, take them in small increments and try not to project your anger at these people that are toxic. Um, okay, so I get a phone call in the middle of me giving you a lecture, and I'm not triggered by it. I'm just going to ignore it. It's just somebody might get triggered and say, "Good God, why are they calling right at the exact moment that I'm trying to do something?" So back to the question about why is it that you might trigger yourself and project anger back at somebody who is an annoying person. And the answer is it's the pain that you inflict on them that's you're trying to help them. You're helping them, trying to wake them up. In essence, it's the pain that they are going through by getting a lot of people getting angry at them. The pain is what's going to wake them up. And if they don't get your feedback, if you're constantly a doormat and you're navel gazing, you're not helping them. You might as well be a tree out there. You're a human being. And the reason that you're a human being coming to help people wake them up is because you can express emotion. Now, that's the short end of the stick of the reason why I project anger back at people who can't seem to wake up. They can't seem to change their personal, the way they are. It's just to create pain. And if I create enough pain for them, I'm hoping it's going to shake something loose. And it will shake something loose because it gets their emotions going. And if you can get their emotions going, it starts a channel of energy in their system. And getting energy flowing is, in the end, that's all you can do. You create pain and you create energy flow. And if it's crying, if it's sadness, if it's sorrow, or if it's more anger, it gets the energy flowing, and in the end, it's transformative. And once the anger that they have get going in their system flushes through, then they come to a piece of calmness, and maybe they're open to some development topic. Not necessarily. Some people are very hard to wake up. It's very hard for them to change. And is it my personal anger that's coming through that it's constantly being triggered, and it's me that needs to work on myself? I'm going to tell you it's not me. It's not me, because it's not me. So, and then if you get people that are like this, and we're all a bunch of people, and we're just play acting at one another and screaming at one another, then in the end, we're having a playing consciousness, and we're having fun. So, don't be too concerned about it. But that's why I'm when I'm around people that don't seem to change, and that's the clue, is that they don't have other ways of coming back at you. That the only way that they come back at you is always being toxic. They don't have a laugh. They never laugh. They never come at you with an interesting quote, an interesting anecdote. They don't come at you with any other way, but always toxic anger. It's their fallback position, and they use it all the time. It's stale, it's boring, and that's how you know that it's not just somebody play acting. It's somebody that doesn't have coping skills. And so in the end, and these were the people that you can give them all the textbooks, you can give them links to articles, and they're the people that refuse to read anything new, to open their minds. They watch the same television. Usually it's the evening news, NBC News with Lester Holt, and they watch the same thing over and over and over again, all the bad news stories, and they don't get anything new. Like, you don't get really good insight into any kind of psychology by watching the evening news. And if you give them a book that's inspired you, they won't read it. It's like, no, I don't want it, give it back. And, so you can't, there's nothing you can do. So that in the end, your last fallback position is, you just play the game and just, here, I'm your mirror. You send me toxic energy, I'm going to send it back. I'm your mirror. And, it's a technique to help wake people up. And in the end, that's my answer for you. Thank you very much, Beasley the Wizard, on the topic of people who trigger you, and beware, because they bite, and I'm going to bite back. Thank you very much.